Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our June-July 2018 Paper 1 lecture series. Let's move on to question number 2. Which of the following learner characteristics is highly related to the effectiveness of teaching? You are given 4 options. Now, when we studied the characteristics of teaching, I mentioned in the PPT that they are classified into teacher characteristics and learner characteristics. This question clearly focuses on learner characteristics. Learner characteristics can be understood under 4 major aspects, and they are: first one, personal characteristics. These include demographic and background details such as age, gender, language, socio-economic status, and cultural background. These factors provide background information about the learner and help teachers adapt their teaching methods and motivational strategies. However, they mostly influence learning indirectly. The second one is academic characteristics. These characteristics tell us what the learner already knows, their prior knowledge, educational level, learning goals, learning styles, academic motivations such as their attitude and interest towards learning. This aspect directly affects a learner's readiness to understand new concepts. For example, if a student already has foundational knowledge, teaching naturally becomes more effective. Next, the third one, social and emotional characteristics. These characteristics influence or include group dynamics, peer interaction, classroom participation, emotional engagement, and collaborative learning. For example, a highly sociable student may lead group discussions or group activities. A learner with low self-confidence may need more emotional support. Also, peer influence can affect classroom participation. Again, these factors influence learning but often indirectly. And the last one is cognitive characteristics. This is the most crucial category for learning effectiveness, and they include intelligence, memory, attention span, aptitude, problem solving ability, etc. In simple terms, cognitive characteristics determine how effectively a learner perceives information, processes it, stores it, and applies it. If cognition is weak, even the best teaching method may not produce good results. So clearly, cognition plays a direct and powerful role in teaching effectiveness. Now, in terms of teaching effectiveness, the general order of importance goes like this. First cognitive, then academic, then social and emotional, and lastly personal. Why? Because cognitive and academic factors directly affect the learning process, while social and personal factors have a more indirect influence. Now let's analyze the options. Option 1. Prior experience of the learner. It falls under academic characteristics. Option 2. Educational status of the parents of the learner. It belongs to personal characteristics. Option 3. Peer groups of the learner. It belongs to social characteristics. And option 4. Family size from which the learner comes. Again, it belongs to personal characteristics. None of the options directly represent cognitive characteristics. However, academic characteristics rank just below cognitive factors in importance. The most strongly related factor here is option 1, prior experience of the learner. And that's our answer. Well, our next session is based on methods of teaching, and it requires a more detailed explanation. So let's take that up in a separate session. So that's it for today. Just remember, small and consistent practice creates big results in the exam. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.